We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Think weeknights, Harrison Arn still on the ones and twos. This is the Don't Punt Hour. We got DeMornay Pierson-El, the host, is always joining me by the left. 402-464-5685. We do have NFL on the brick and mortar. Facebook.
Raiders.
What's the update on that?
I think they started at 9. I haven't seen it just yet. I'm still watching the Texans and Buccaneers game.
Oh, okay. That is a bit of a later start. So I always forget. Every now and then you have these Monday night slates where you get
doubleheader.
Yeah, you get a bundle.
Not mad at it.
No, I'm just all right. Yeah, I unfortunately don't get to watch it live in real time, but it's not like my job's that hard, so I'm totally okay. All right. Where do you want to start? You want to start with? We'll save the juicy news for last, and for all those know, we're going to talk about UCLA and what's just already went. Fire. Yeah, it went south. Well, we already said it. We'll just break it through. Thoughts on UCLA firing Deshaun Foster after 3 games? They were 2 touchdown favorites to New Mexico. They lost 35-10. They are 0-3. Quarterback situation. You bring in Nico, who has not looked great. Maleva. He's just.
I mean, what do you expect him to do? One, what do you expect anybody after him to do?
Kind of like doomed to fail there.
I mean, he's a former player. He understands what it takes. This is not something that you're not gonna be USC overnight. So I mean, it's a new college era. They're figuring out the landscape of things. You got a quarterback in there, maybe 2 weeks before or a month maybe before the season started?
I think it was right before like fall camp. So
and I'm not making any excuses of them, but it's like, are you expecting to compete?
Apparently.
Let the sit in a crock pot and let it, let things marinate and kind of get there. Because I do like the coach. I do think he was pushing them in the right direction. You take steps back with stuff and everything like that. I think firing him hurts you all. Again, he's a former athlete there. He understands, kind of walking with UCLA pride. He understands what it takes to wear certain things and everything like that. You just got to give him a little bit more time and be patient. But you're going to fire him now, and you're going to be paying 2 coaches for no reason. And it's not like you're going to bring Harbaugh in there to change stuff around. Like, I don't know who are you going after for that job? Who wants that job?
Well, I agree with you 100%. Like,
and it's early. Like, it's only 3 games. Like, I understand it. It's you're mad and upset. I get that. I just don't think right then and there is the right time to pull the plug on that.
Well, yeah, it just feels like you're going to be paying 2 coaches for no reason. Like, if you keep him on, you probably don't win a whole lot of games. If you fire him, you probably win even less.
You probably save money. Yeah. If you fire him later in the season.
Exactly.
I mean, are you expecting him to win now? Like, the whole morale of the whole locker room is gone, honestly.
I legitimately thought Nico Iamaleava would save this entire team. And if it's not working, then it's clearly just the wrong head coach, because this guy's guaranteed to be good. But you also lost your offensive coordinator. So what scheme are you putting him in? And then also you look at Tennessee, and they look pretty good without him. They don't seem to miss him a whole lot. And I know the Dogs came back, Georgia, but that was an impressive game.
That pissed me off. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was rooting for Tennessee.
Tennessee checkered out might be one of the coolest scenes in college football.
I think so.
I mean, that place was rocking.
Yeah.
What was it, 21-7
yes.
at one point? And then Georgia. I tell you what, that's what makes Georgia, though. Like, they just don't panic. This era of the smart Georgia, they do not panic. Even when they want, I mean, one of the best environments that I think there is in college football. They're checkered out. Everyone's losing their mind. They're up 21-7. That place is ready to just explode. And then here come the Dogs.
You're one false start away from winning. Yeah. That pushed them back. The kid was scared. You seen it in his eyes. It was too much. I'm not going to put that all on him and everything like that. But you were handling business. Like, to me, I think Tennessee was the better team. You just, took the gas off the pedal. They looked dominant. They didn't look scared of Georgia. I understand Georgia is a different breed of just handling stuff and everything like that. You got to always watch out for that. But I know that was a gut punch for Tennessee. Had to be.
It's we'll see how they bounce back from that one. Because to your point, like, I thought they were the better team, but again, you just have to credit Georgia. Like, there is a reason that program is turned a new level, and it's because of the leadership of Kirby Smart, and then it bleeds into the players. Because I could just tell you, there's 99% of the teams would have folded, especially if you're Georgia.
Should have probably folded.
Yeah, should have definitely probably folded. And for those guys to, just one bite at a time. Figure out a way to get back into
Georgia
it.
was in a game like that beforehand. I mean, it was like that with Alabama the year beforehand.
Yeah.
On the opposite end.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a lot of those players probably, again, have played in that environment, and they didn't necessarily panic, one play at a time, one play at a mentality. And, they got back into it, hats off to Kirby. He got the win.
he did. And Tennessee, tough start for them. Other games that went on, I would talk about this one. Clemson. Well, I'm so disappointed in this one because I am a big Dabo Swinney fan, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse, especially when you're saying, I want to be the first 16-0 coach before the season starts.
Their quarterback was supposed to be a high draft pick. He looks absolutely awful.
Yeah, let's see. What did he throw in that last game? Klubnik, 15 for 26, 1 touchdown, 1 pick versus Georgia Tech.
But I mean, even in the first game, like I may have thought it was rust or playoff, hangover. Like, in each of his game, he has not looked supposedly like the top quarterback in the nation. Supposedly, he doesn't look good. The kid from Florida doesn't look good. The kid from LSU looks maybe a little bit better, but they're all in the same type of plot, and I'm not sure necessarily exactly what it is. And I mean, for you to be 3 games in and to still kind of look like that, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator situation. What Dabo? I mean, they're playing well enough, and I don't know if you just got a bunch of young guys in there that's kind of the situation. Because Dabo's a good coach. I don't think he's really the issue. And I mean,
just think how college football. I do wonder if he's just not adapting to what college football is now. But to your point, you look at Klubnik and it's not overly impressive. Just to point out, even their score, that first game's really weird. It sticks out the more you look at it because you only lose to LSU 17-10. And to your point, that was supposed to be the quarterback battle, right? What does Cade Klubnik look like versus Garrett Nussmeier? And Nussmeier was 28 for 38, 1 touchdown. He looked pretty good in that game.
Decent.
Yeah, enough, right? You're at that point in time, you're thinking Clemson's a legit, really good team, defensive. So you're like, take that. Klubnik, 19 for 38, 1 pick. And then you're maybe okay, LSU was all over him. We'll give you benefit of the doubt. But then you walk into Troy, and they only beat Troy 27-16. He throws the pick in that one as well, 18 for 24. And then you lose to Georgia Tech 24-21, and he threw another pick in that one, and he was 15 for 26. So he's threw a pick in every single game so far, with one of those games being Troy, and you only beat Troy 27-16.
It's just, for whatever reason, it's just not clicking. And they had, like I said, they have the athletes, but I don't know if it's just you got a younger group of guys in there that has to step up, and it's maybe taking them a little bit more time to kind of do that. And it may be that's the only thing that I can possibly think of what it is. He was a 10-win team last year, won the ACC last year. So I don't know, he'll turn it around and people, he's on the hot seat in there. He's not on the hot seat. Clemson would be a fool to let him go. And I get UCLA would love to have Dabo. I guarantee you that. So I don't think he's on the hot seat. I don't think there's too much of a concern. It's alarming, but I mean, and it may be the fact that of kind of traditional stuck in his ways with how stuff is and everything like that. And I think everybody is adjusting to this new era of college football. I mean, from a year ago of him not taking transfers to now he is taking transfers. That right there already says a lot. So he's willing to change. Again, I think he just has to find exactly what formula kind of fits for him.
Well, it's also, sometimes it's really simple, and it doesn't mean that he's going to be like this forever, but, a bad season from a quarterback can tank a season.
Yeah.
And so far, it's been a pretty bad season.
Mediocre play.
At the very least. I mean, if you're throwing a pick every game, some people would say that's below mediocre.
For you to be the number one quarterback or the guy that's on big boards and everything like that, I'm not even saying that you got to throw for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, but he's not taking care of business enough. And I think he's not doing it from that standpoint, which is putting Clemson in bad position.
Well, let's just keep this going on how weird of a year it's been for the quarterbacks. Can you solve the Arch Manning crisis? Is it on Sarkisian and the schematics? Was it just always way too much pressure because of the last name?
No, I don't think it's way too much pressure.
I think he'd be used to it. Just his entire sports career. I mean, he's always had people putting him in those positions because of his last name. Now, this is the biggest stage so far, but I'm with you a little bit. I don't actually think it's the pressure because he's got to be used to that.
I think it's more not the pressure of that, but just the mental of overthinking things. Of kind of psyching yourself out of it. We've seen him. He was a 5-star elite talent. He's come in and he showed flashes and everything like that. I don't want to say that the moment is too big for him and everything like that, but I think it's just kind of the outside noise may be a little bit too much. He might be distracted by that. Sark has to get him a little bit more comfortable and going. I don't know if you change up his program. I don't know if you get him, QB run draws, short stuff to kind of get him in a rhythm. He has to find his rhythm early. He's not in his rhythm at all, and that's the part that's not comfortable, and that's what's coming out from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely doesn't look comfortable. I'll give you that much. Just in the last game, again, this is where it kind of shocked me the most. I don't like being super hard on Manning because I do think part of it's just you start the year off playing in the shoe versus Ohio State. Good luck. I don't care who you are. Good luck trying to look good in that one. Like even Dylan Raiola, I think that'd be a hard day the way that defense was playing, the way they were confusing really that entire offense.
Anybody that goes against Ohio State's defense, it's going to be confusing.
Yes, and I think that's so I'm not surprised there. And 14-7. It was actually a pretty close game at the end of the day. But it was the UTEP game. He was 11 for 25 versus UTEP. You just know on paper you're going to be better than what anything UTEP has to offer. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And at halftime, it was 3-14. So we're number 1 Texas at the beginning of the year. You're only up 3-14 at the end of the half. They eventually turn it on, but they only win to a total of 27-10. And really, it didn't start happening until Manning just said, screw throwing the ball. I'm going to just run. And I wonder if that's part of him where he's overthinking it. It's like, you know what? If that's your best weapon, do it. Like, stop trying to force yourself to throw.
That's what, like I said, that's what I think what Sark has to do. He has to get him in a rhythm to where he comfortably. You don't have to necessarily bomb, but get him with small completions, stuff easy in front of him, screens here and there. Like I said, let him QB runs here and there just to kind of get hit. Like, oh, okay, let it settle in and then start to build for that and everything like that. He hasn't played much, so I think you're seeing a lot of that coming out as well. And you're still playing in the SEC regardless of what stuff is, and then throwing the mental stuff. And I'm not trying to make excuses, for him or anything like that. I mean that's just kind of what it is. He's making young mistakes that not from I don't want to say from inexperience, but it's just somewhat rookie mistakes or for kind of small tangible things that he can correct to get situated from it. If it's a footwork situation, if it's understanding throwing off platform and everything like that. But I think it's more so him and Sark has to be on the same level of getting in the rhythm early on. Once he gets in rhythm and everything like that, I think he's fine.
I think that's where just you figure out some plays where I can't remember who said this, but there's some coaches out there that'll say, you know what, it's some quarterbacks they play better when they get that first lick on them, where they just need to feel the adrenaline
Georgia's
shock.
Quarterback.
Yeah, perfect example.
Georgia's quarterback.
You just need to feel that adrenaline shock. And for Manning, does that accuracy go up if we cut you loose a little bit and you're starting to run, and then you're just playing a little bit more loose and you're playing the style that you're comfortable playing? Because again, he looks so much better when he's using his legs as a threat, as opposed to where he's just, you could see it in that first half, like just forcing himself to stay in the pocket and just like trying to work on that part of his game, as opposed to just taking what he's good at. When you got green grass ahead of him, I think, that stuff will develop down the line. But just a really slow start for Manning. And I think we played that audio clip of Sarkisian. They're asking about Manning's throwing pain. I think Sarkisian is at a point though where he's
frustrated.
He's defending his guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, is it fair to say like most coaches when they're speaking to the media are like, they're not speaking to the media, they're speaking for their team? Like,
for sure.
Like they're just saying the stuff knowing that like this is what the team
again,
is gonna hear.
Let's just say if it is a confidence thing. Let's just say if he says something that might get interpreted the wrong way and might, put the kid in his shell or, cause some strife between that connection and everything like that. So of course he's going to be, as any parent or any mentor, any coach and everything like that, he's going to shield the kid and everything like that. And that's what he's doing because it's unnecessary stuff being taken out. He makes one bad play and you have half of America saying he might be the worst quarterback ever. And he makes 2 good passes. Oh, he's the best thing. He's the best Manning. Like, it's a lot of wish-wash that you kind of got to keep the noise outside of that. So, of course, he's not going to say anything that might cause some type of, misconception between him and everything like that. So, I mean, he's doing his job to the best of his ability to keep the confidence high and the morale high in his quarterback. Because he knows what it is. You at Texas, you had a big program. You have a Manning at the helm that's calling for things, and people expected you to follow up what they were last year, and the expectations necessarily isn't quite there, or they're not as dominant. But again, they lost a lot. They lost a lot on offense. They lost a lot on defense. So it's going to take some time. And I think again, you had Quinn Ewers who had played a lot of ball He was used to things. He understood stuff. He was comfortable with the system and everything like that. Is completely different from when you kind of take over and people are playing you different and whatnot. And it'll take him a little bit to get adjusted and everything like that. But I think once he stops overthinking things and whatnot, Texas is going to be a problem.
Well, I think yours is just kind of underrated too. And yeah, there's times I understand why you're frustrated with this play, but just to assume like, anybody that's going to walk in after him is going to be a massive upgrade. Like, hey, you know what? You just got you pretty damn far. You got into the playoffs. You lost to Ohio State, but Ohio State was awesome, and that's why
they lost in the SEC championship.
I think so. Yeah. So I mean, like, pretty good quarterback right there to get you in those positions, and then I think everyone's like, oh, okay, we're done with him. Our expectations are going to go through the damn roof now because yours was, not even good. And it's like, yours is pretty good. To expect Manning to just take over and be immediately better, I think was a lot to ask for. Who do you think's got more pressure on him? Sarkisian and probably hearing from a bunch of the boosters, or Manning himself and hearing the pressure from social media?
I think it's Manning himself. The boost, I mean, they could be mad. They can, but it's, I mean, since Sark has been there, they won probably a Big 12 or
I just hate to have
ran
job
a Big
right
12.
Now.
Your first year in the SEC, you did what you did and everything like that. You can be mad and upset and like, hey, but he made y'all relevant.
Yes.
Again, so I'm not worried about that. He's getting 5-star talents down there. You're not winning as dominant as Texas fans would like, and I think that's the issue. But again, like I said, you lost a very dominant team last year, and you have a lot of young guys stepping up to replace that. And you're playing in the SEC, and your schedule is not going to be easy at all. So it's going to take them, 4 or 5 games to kind of get adjusted and situated because they're still getting used to the SEC. So it's not the Big 12. And you did what you did last year because, you're Texas and they gift wrapped you your first season in the SEC. It's not going to be like that from here on out.
I got one more for you. And there's still some plenty of games I want to talk about that we haven't gotten to yet. One more, I was going to, throw in Deshaun Foster, but he's already been fired. So I'll just pick 2 more quarterbacks. Who's got more pressure? Clemson QB, Klubnik, or Nico Iamaleava at UCLA? Nico was highly thought of, but was not maybe considered the best, and he's now 0-3 with no head coach. And then you still got Klubnik, who's they're 1-2, but they were supposed to be, one of the best teams and the best quarterback heading in.
I think it's definitely Clemson's quarterback, but from Nico, honestly, like I don't want to say damaged goods, but there is a cloud. There is a distance. I from understanding how things go, understanding how things are at the NFL level and everything like that, and for you to kind of be the first person to kind of break out that and have situations and issues and everything like that, people are kind of holding you at a distance. So your expectation, people are not really probably checking for him, honestly. And especially with these first 3 games of stuff, how it's supposed to be if you're just big quarterback in the SEC, you're supposed to be going to a lesser conference, and regardless of the talent around you, look at Colorado.
Your stats are worse.
Look at Colorado. Colorado wasn't anything before Shador got there. Shador got there, and look where they were. You can say whatever you want to, but you're not even having that type of effect of changing the landscape. People probably are not checking for you as much. The Clemson quarterback, you're at Clemson. You're supposed to be one of the strong teams in the ACC. You're probably, one of the top 3 quarterbacks, probably the number 1 quarterback, that was supposed to be taking.
I mean, it was Klubnik, Nussmeier, Manning. I think those are kind of the 3 names that were hovering around an hour.
So, and it's not as strong as people thought it would look like. And it's decision making. It's his plan, what he's put on film and everything like that. And he still has time to save his season and everything like that. Because again, people can have you where they are. They can have you in different schemes and systems. And it's like, okay, well, that was college. If we get him here, we can use and coach this.
No Deshaun, though. That just sucks. Like, I still feel like even for Nico, Deshaun Foster, whether you like him or not, I think that'd be big for his development. Having a former athlete, I can relate to an athlete who's probably going through some really tough, struggling times. And now you don't even have that there.
UCLA is hurting the team more so than helping. But like I said, I think Clemson is the bigger needs to worry type situation to your question.
Yeah, it's been interesting. And again, I think at that game there's maybe like 500 UCLA fans watching that, and it's just been really sad. On the bright side, Nebraska fans will get to fill that up this year. They'll get to head down there to the Rose Bowl, and
you're welcome.
Yeah, but there you go, Rose Bowl. There's your. We'll pay plenty of money, all the concessions down there, and that'll be a lot of cool. I'm super eager to see how many Nebraska fans go travel because it's obviously an iconic stadium. So it'll be interesting to see, and really interesting to see what does UCLA look like at that point in time. They didn't name an interim yet, did they?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay, I doubt they have at this point in time. But that being said, though, we got to throw it to break here. We're going to talk some more college football on the other side, give you some NFL updates as well. Don't go anywhere. Don't punt hour. Harrison Arns, the morning Pierson-El.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
A1 Automotive's second location is now open at 5110 State Hill Drive, just off of Yankee Hill Road. The new location continues to specialize in all makes and models and provides personalized service as they have for 15 years. With the school year here, A1 Automotive reminds you that college students get 10% off any service, and they offer free tire repair with a valid college ID. Schedule your appointment today at a1autolincoln.com and visit their new location in South Lincoln at 5110 State Hill Drive or downtown at 11th and L.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Schweizo Construction is now hiring for skilled craftsmen, steel erectors, concrete workers, and general laborers. Schweizo Construction offers great benefits like premium wages, health and dental insurance, paid holidays and vacation, 401k with company match, life insurance, and disability insurance. They pride themselves on a legacy of 40 years built on integrity and trust. Joining their team means becoming part of a family that values hard work, dedication, and mutual respect. Apply today at schweizo.com. That's schwisow.com.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Bring new life to metal treasures with Kaiser Blasting and Coatings. From railings and fences to outdoor furniture and unique antiques, their expert team removes years of rust and weathering, then finishes each piece with a lasting powder coat. Trusted by industries across the region, now local homeowners and businesses can experience the same professional care. Visit KaiserBlasting.com or call 402-421-3559 to request your quote. Restore, protect, and make your metal shine like never before with the help of Kaiser Blasting and Coatings.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
Welcome back in segment number 2, Dump Punt Hour. Good morning, Pierson-El. Joining me as always. We're talking college football and NFL. Quick update on the NFL. 14-10, the Buccaneers ahead of the Texans. Looks like that game's actually delayed right now as well. So we'll give you an update if that one gets rolling again. And then also Chargers, Raiders. Those guys kick off 9 p.m. Really late game. You like your odds on beating opponent, divisional rival?
Yeah, I think so.
Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
They look pretty good beating Chiefs.
I mean, who ain't beating the Chiefs?
I'll apply for that. I don't even care. Been a while since anybody could say that. So yeah, what are the Chiefs?
0-2. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Tough start for the Chiefs. Another 2 weeks in a row with big time Kelsey drop too. He had another huge drop in that game. That led to an interception. They were, I think, probably within 15 yards, and it's a good throw.
He probably would have scored that.
He definitely. Worst case scenario, dropped at the 1. So really tough look for Kelsey. 2 weeks in a row, pretty bad drops, and that one certainly could have been a touchdown and turns into a pick and allows the Eagles to just keep feeding Derrick Henry. Tush push. That one's getting some more heat on it again. I mean,
people were doing QB sneaks before the tush push even had it. Like every NFL team had their quarterback doing a QB sneak like that. Like now it's an issue. It's a problem. Like I don't want to hear it. Stop the play. It may be not the sexiest thing. That's fine and dandy. Stop crying. It is football. put your big boy pants on, buckle your chin strap, and make the play or get out the way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the only thing you could ask for is if I was a coach going up against that, I'd be like, keep an eye on that false starts. Make sure that they're not leaning forward. And if you can just have the refs keep an eye on that, you should be able to stop it. I mean, that's the key to it is you can see they lean in right before the snap. Just let the official know, hey, keep an eye on that. And then boom, problem solved. You don't have to ban the damn thing because you guys don't understand how to stop it. So I'm surprised that one's catching fire again. I don't know if it's just because they played the Chiefs and the Chiefs fans caught on to it, but nonetheless, they are so dominant with that play. And man, Eagles going to another Super Bowl, you think?
It's looking like it.
They look like they haven't walked off the beat.
They're not. People can say what they want to. They're playing smash mouth football and don't have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ Brown could be mad or upset and everything like that. AJ was coming from a place where he was getting the ball 4 or 5 times for 120, 130, whatever. But y'all were losing. Now, it during crunch time, it's needed, sure, but you're also always going to have to. People are not playing you one-on-one. Absolutely not.
Yeah, and at the end, it's sure.
And they're stacking the box, so it's I mean, that's more longevity to your career. Two Super Bowl appearances may be loading. So, I mean, you can be mad all you want to, but they're winning. And I doubt he's necessarily overly thinking about that.
No, once you win a Super Bowl, I think a lot of that stuff ices over. Like, you're like, oh.
They got the formula. They know what the formula is. They're going to ride the backs of Saquon and play good football. Defense is going to handle their thing, and they're going to do what they're going to do. That's what it is.
Well, it's hard to watch Saquon Barkley on some of those runs too and think I deserve the ball more. When you're watching that man go to work, it's like, yeah, this works.
He's behind the best line in the NFL. What do you expect?
Well, to your point, like they're carving holes as well. I mean, our guy Jurgens has been phenomenal.
I think one touchdown. He didn't even get touched for like 12. It was a 12-yard touchdown run or something like that.
Yeah, that was one where Jurgens.
He didn't even get touched.
Mm-hmm. Jurgens had his guy sealed about 7 yards up the field. He went and got on the first guy and then worked up next level, and it was
touchdown. That's it.
Yeah.
Strike up the band.
And then, of course, like A.J. Brown, when they needed him, I think he had like 4 targets, 4 catches in a row on like one of those bigger drives where it's just like, we'll just keep hitting A.J. Brown until you guys stick a little closer to him. Okay, now they're worried about the pass again. Here we go, Barkley. And then it's a nightmare combination. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have any team chemistry issues at all. Raiders, Chargers. Actually, let me figure out who's favored in this one. I'm assuming it's the Chargers. Yeah. Don't worry. We'll talk about
I'd be surprised if it's more by 3.
We'll talk about my Bears shortly here too. Just assess that situation. That is a current nightmare. Let's see. Chargers 1-0, 1-0. Raiders as well.
Bud is at the fight too. Shout out to Bud. Huge win.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that yet.
Doubted, by many. Called it. Easy work.
Do you know the announcers? Notice the announcers weren't giving him a whole lot of love either.
What do you expect? He's fighting the face of boxing. Like,
no, you're enemies. Face is about to change.
Max pissed me off. Like he was just, and then there wasn't anything that he could say after, and it's like, Max, just shut up. Don't even say anything. But a lot of if you really paid attention and listened to a lot of boxing fans and everything like that.
Well, Garcia tweeted out after the match, like, I think it's fair to say he might be the GOAT when it comes to boxing.
He's the GOAT of his era.
Era for sure, and he was saying like one of the GOATs all time.
I mean,
and a fellow great boxer.
Like him winning this fight should, one, let everybody know he was never scared of the challenge. He was never running from anybody. Now, were people putting a lot of obstacles in his ways and having him to go around a lot of things? Yes, absolutely. Because he been doing this his whole career. So there's nothing you can say from it, and he'll probably retire. What else is left to be done?
It's insane. And real quick, the other thing that stuck out to me, the money in this one. Canelo Alvarez, he was still expected. He was
on the A side.
$150 million guaranteed. And you know what Terrence Crawford purse was?
It was a $200 million fight.
He got 10 mil. Was his guaranteed. I don't know. I'm sure that he won it. They're saying it probably got closer to 50 mil, but I mean, you're talking Crawford's going out there purely for business.
It's a $200 million fight. He can have $150 million guaranteed and everything like that. If you go look at the split, the A side versus the B side, it's typically 60-40.
Mm-hmm.
So him being the winner, regardless of whatever, Canelo can have the 150 guaranteed and everything like that. I guarantee you, I don't know this for sure, but there's a 60-40 split. He's getting the 60.
Okay, that makes me feel better because I know those are like the guaranteed heading into it, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to work out the payout, but obviously, I mean,
there's the A side and the B side. Bud was a challenger, so he was the B side.
Right.
Canelo was definitely the A side.
Yep. And it's usually around that 60-40. You're saying?
Typically, what it is, the A side or the winner typically gets
the 60.
The 60. Okay. So, and like I said, I don't know exactly what his contract is or what they put out and everything like that, but I know it was a $200 million fight.
I mean, based on the amount of eyes watching, a little late. I will say that part sucked. I had to wake up Sunday morning.
All the other fights went to distance.
That is true.
Nobody. There was no knockouts. I think it was another dude that was he's a fighter from Bud's gym. Actually, he's from I think it was Guatemala. I think can't remember his name. I think it was a second to last fight. That was a really, really good fight. All were good fights, but they all went the distance. There was no knockouts or anything like that to move stuff up. And I mean,
well, they had some bands playing pretty late at night too, I will say.
It's Vegas. What you expect?
It is Vegas, and it went late, and the people. I stayed up and watched it, so I can't even say it didn't work because I did end up watching the whole thing. No, it was incredible though. Were you surprised at the scorecard? Realized like Crawford needed to win the last 2 rounds to win that fight, which to me is
again
crazy. I thought he was winning just about every single round.
It was dominant, and again, the Las Vegas Commission has been under scrutiny for a while.
Yeah,
for that reason alone. So I don't know if it's people that need to retire or they need to get their eyes checked or whatever. but it didn't look like Canelo didn't win no more than 3 rounds, if that.
You could say he won like the
3,
third
maybe 4.
round. And then even then, I'm kind of splitting hairs to figure out. I'm 50-50s, but even the shots when Canelo was connecting, there was like maybe a couple where it felt like it really got Crawford hit him pretty good. But for the most part, you could see the difference in connections between when Crawford would get a nice connection and then when Canelo.
I mean, Canelo was frustrated. He was holding back his hands. He was over. He got outthought.
Yeah. Oh, and you kind of saw that. And I noticed some people were saying like Canelo looked slow, and I was talking about this with Caleb Smith and Harley Andrews, Husker Wrestling, and they're like, you look slow when you don't know how to attack. And I think that's kind of where Canelo was at. Yeah, he's like, I every time I try to go in the phone booth with this guy, he's rocking my, and that's kind of how I like to fight. Not working.
It's different when you're the nail and not the hammer.
Yeah.
So I mean, he could go in there if you want to, and if he would have got a shot off or something like that, Crawford was definitely returning stuff. So I mean, he got outthought, he got outmatched. He had no counter or anything. He got out coached. I mean, again, he was a sitting duck.
Crawford had a bag of tricks too. He had this one punch. I don't even know what the hell you call it in the boxing world. You might have saw it. It was like a left jab. It was kind of like a feint, and then he brings it back and he keeps the momentum and just turns it into a hook.
It's a jab, and it turns into
It's like a jab into a hook, but I'll show you the clip. It is.
I know what you're talking about. But again, if you go back and look at when Canelo fought Floyd was doing the same thing to occupy or to keep Canelo in a defensive stance of him not hitting. So anytime that was there and everything like that, if you check his right glove, Canelo was kind of either going down to shield something or drop, and then it was creating an open. So that was one thing that I noticed from the Mayweather Canelo fight that still was apparent. If you keep him occupied or give him something that kind of keep him in a box and whatnot, it opens him up for shots.
Well, he did expert work at that then, because there's a few. Again, he was throwing some feints and some shots out there just to keep his arms moving, and then to your point, like he'd connect immediately after, as soon as he's got Canelo's hands moving, where Canelo just isn't quite ready for the counter that's coming his way. But that being said, we got to throw it to break here, though. Yeah, shout out to Crawford. Wearing the Husker mouthpiece as well. You'll love to see that. Leading Michigan out of the tunnel. Or not Michigan. He would never. Leading Nebraska out of the tunnel.
I can see it. I mean, but he just beat Canelo. He's going to be everywhere. So not to say he doesn't have time or anything like that, but I can definitely see it.
It'd be cool. I just think it would remind me a lot of hopefully you can get some of that same energy when he walked out versus Colorado last year. Because, another big game opening up Big Ten play versus Michigan. We've talked about that plenty. We'll talk about that more throughout the week, but we do got to throw it to break. We'll talk some more college football on the other side of things. We'll give you a last update on the NFL. Don't go anywhere. Don't punt tower.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
Amigos is celebrating 45 years with exclusive Nebraska Legends collectible cups featuring Tom Osborne, John Cook, and some of your favorite Huskers. For every cup sold, 50 cents goes to teammates. Show your Big Red pride by getting all 4 of these collectible cups at Amigos.
This is Tom Osborne with the Teammates Mentoring Program. We have students on the waiting list for a mentor, and we want you to join the team. Learn more about mentoring and support teammates by visiting Amigos.
An overdose can happen in front of you and you might not realize it. Blue lips, slowed breathing, pinpoint pupils, choking sounds, unresponsive to touch or sounds. These signs aren't always obvious, but they can be deadly. Knowing what to do could save your friend, your neighbor, your child. Learn more by visiting myhealthymind.crediblemmind.com so you can be ready before it happens. This message is funded in part by the CDC OD2A grant.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Limitless Male says it's all fun and games until your testosterone plummets. Testosterone levels can start falling as early as age 30 with symptoms like no energy, poor sleep, brain fog, belly fat, muscle loss, and mood swings. If this sounds familiar, get your testosterone checked at Limitless Male. We'll get you back in the game with more strength, energy, and confidence. When you feel this good, you'll wonder why you waited so long to get a free consult at Limitless Male. Get scheduled today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to SmokingGunJerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Harvest season is coming, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade for this year's harvest. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Hey fans, there's more winning at Amigos with the VIP Game Day giveaway. Every app scan is your chance to win premium tickets to a Nebraska football, basketball, and volleyball game, along with exclusive game day perks. And when Nebraska goes to a bowl, the winner also gets 2 tickets, lodging, and airfare to the bowl game. Weekly semifinalists will win free food for a year. Go Big Red. Eat at Amigos and enter to win.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome in the final segment here before we wrap things up, at least for the Don't Punt Hour. We still got Chris Raff coming up next, and then DP wrap things up with myself all the way till midnight. With that being said, a few more college games I want to talk about before we switch things over to the next show. We'll do it. Colorado, they took another bill. I think it was Houston. Yeah. What was the final score? Paul now on. Yeah. So Colorado, they lose on the road to Houston, 36-20. And Colorado's a tough one to judge because it's also just everything. Deion wasn't there over the summer, like most of the summer, obviously with cancer, and that's just unfortunate luck. And I don't think anybody's surprised by it. But no Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. You also didn't have your head coach help you during the offseason. You moved to your third string quarterback. Is this just a bad year for Colorado, or is this sign of more seasons like this to come?
I think it's just a bad year. Just an unfortunate situation and everything like that. I mean, you gotta figure out who are you rolling with at the quarterback position. Like, you got a lot of changes, and it's kind of like when we had McCaffrey here and
Adrian.
Yeah, and it was just they were switching every other series or something like that. Like, there's no consistency, and that's what you don't want.
Well, that's why Colorado is really fell into some bad trouble, where you had a quarterback between QB 1 and 2 going on, and then you started it like this guy will get a half, and then this guy will get the other half, and then you land on your QB, and then you swap them, and then you're like, you know what, you guys both suck. We're going QB 3. Just tough.
I don't think they really handled that situation the best, because I think the dude who started the season out, I think he's honestly the best option. He's a dual threat guy. He's very deadly with his legs. I think it's new. Like, I want to say he's a freshman too. So it's like you kind of got to stick with him to kind of iron things out. I don't think they did him any justice.
No, I mean, it's a tough situation. I just think I said it earlier in the show, but if you run into a quarterback problem at the college level, it's like there's no Nick Foles you can quick plug in to get you through the season. Like, it's very brutal when you're trying to scramble to find a backup quarterback that wasn't ready.
Did their starting quarterback get hurt, or they just benched him?
Pretty sure they benched him. Maybe he did get hurt, but that was.
I'm not too sure. I thought they just benched him. Like I said, I don't think that was necessarily the right thing, because I think he gives the team the best morale to it. He's a dynamic quarterback. He's a top 5. He's a 5-star prospect. He came in there early and everything. He's young.
I just need some energy and some revival on that team to kind of get back right. Other games that were 26-year-old Diego Pavia doing business, beating South Carolina on the road. Not even close. Final score of
that hurt. I thought South Carolina. I had
31-7.
I had so much more expectation for South Carolina. Like, I was completely wrong on that. I'll take that, because I think you took Vandy, if I'm not mistaken.
I took Sellers. Yeah, I think Sellers got hurt though, didn't he? Early in the game, I think Sellers eventually got taken out. But even then, it's.
I thought you picked Vandy, but I mean, they had to take care of business. I think they are. I expected them to do better.
Yeah, Sellers did get hurt, so that didn't do a whole lot of favors for him as well. But yeah, I mean, Vanderbilt's actually a pretty good football team. Better than I give him credit for.
I'm not ready to say that yet.
I mean, hey, you beat 11 South Carolina. That's not bad.
You beat a hurt South Carolina, but okay.
True. It did. It beat a hurt South Carolina. I mean, everything's just a mess. Other games, real quick.
A&M, you picked the Fighting Irish. Nope.
0-2. Marcus Freeman and the Fighting Irish.
He's not going anywhere.
Oh, definitely not going anywhere. They just paid him a bunch of money, I think.
Again, you lost a team that you spent a lot of time building. Like, they'll be fine. It is what it is. You're challenging yourself. Again, it's not necessarily. I think last year showed any team that wants to make the college playoffs. It's not necessarily about how you start; it's how you finish.
Mm-hmm.
So their schedule is, I don't want to say cake enough, but there's a lot of time left to still get you one of the 8 through 12 or 6 through 12. Sorry.
One more. This is one I know I 100% got wrong. Wisconsin, Alabama. I was high on the Badgers, stirring up some chaos. Did not happen. Get right game for the Crimson Tide. The Badgers continue their year of
They've been playing a lot better, and I don't think it's not getting as much notoriety just because
it looks better.
The last week, I think who they played, Troy, I think. I can't remember, but they've been operating. They've been playing a lot better. There'll be a team to still watch once the SEC kind of starts.
Yeah, so
honestly, I feel like the Alabama is going through the same thing LSU was going through when Brian Kelly took over. Just playing in the SEC and understanding like the lay of the land. I think that's what's happening at Alabama as well post Saban.
That's a good way to put it. And looking at Wisconsin, it was Miami, Ohio, and then MTSU, Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, hey, at least they're 2-1. You took a brutal loss to Bama, but you get Maryland, maybe bounce back there. Then you get Michigan, Iowa, Ohio State, Oregon, Washington, Indiana, Illinois. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ranked teams on their schedule.
Good luck.
That's pretty brutal right there. Yeah, it's a long year for the Wisconsin Badgers. With that being said, unless you got any other games that stuck out to you over the weekend, I'm sure there's one I'm forgetting. Rutgers put up 60. I don't know, it's Norfolk State, but Big Ten score. Indiana continues to look solid, 38-0. Their defense looks good. Ohio closer than maybe you'd anticipate, but
I think with Big Ten play opening and everything like that, I think this week will be a huge week for a lot of Big Ten teams to kind of put their stamp on stuff, especially not only just speaking for us, but I know outside of us playing Michigan, I think this game is bigger than the Colorado game last year at this point in stage. I think this is rules coming out party.
I think so. I mean, this is a ranked win. Trivia: how many ranked top 25 ranked losses does Nebraska have in a row?
In a row?
In a row.
20.
27.
Close.
It's close. Unfortunately, I wish you were like under, not. Well, I guess you were under.
I mean, we've fired 3 coaches in the time. So
just saying, it's time is all. It's time to go beat a ranked opponent. You get them at home. Maybe Crawford walks the boys out. Nonetheless, I don't really care how it looks as long as we win. They could be 1-0 at the end of the day, but we'll wait and see. We still got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to talk about it. We're definitely going to probably bring that up every single day until we get to Michigan. So with that being said, this has been the Don't Punt Hour. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns, Chris Raff coming up next.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with